Hello, Akko here again. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 16 of my Feed the Beast 1.5.2 beta. Had a little bit of a rest today. After yesterday, I was getting a bit stressed out with yesterday's episode. I needed a bit of a wind down, so I've been on vanilla all day, just messing about building a house. I'm using the Lynchy Inc. style of building, if anyone knows who he is. He's mixed some really nice looking steampunk houses. I've been doing that. What I need to get on with is, this is kind of half automated, but it's not quite there yet. It still needs manual interaction. Oh, not. What? That was weird. There's only stood up there. It still needs manual interaction from getting things into the into them. It needs manual interaction of the fertilizer. Now, I suppose I'll start with the fertilizer. This one covers these 4 farms nicely. I put this one in. I wasn't sure if it would work, and it only actually works on the cocoa. It doesn't work on the IC2 cropped pumpkins or melons, and it doesn't work on the IC2 crops reeds. So I can actually take that fertilizer back out because we get enough. I believe we get enough cocoa as it is. Or if we don't get enough cocoa, I could always just put one of these right on the cocoa on the side here, rather than having it over there with the upgrade, range upgrade. So these of course need a range upgrade, radius of 3. Radius of 3 makes it moves the radius point, so it would normally be 1, 2, 3, but radius of 3 extra puts the centre point to there. Doesn't kind of make any sense, does it? So the centre point to there. Well, what it does, it makes it a 9 by 9 instead of a 3 by 3. Radius of 3 adds 3 to each side, so it makes it into a 9 by 9, which covers all the farms. So that's what I've been doing. That also is manual at the minute. I'm having to manually grab fertilizer from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and stick them into this bad boy. So that is what I'm going to get on with today. Getting this fertilizer into the system, adding these things to the system, getting fertilizer put automatically into those, and then I've actually got level emitters on most of these now, not everything. I still need to get level emitters on these 2. I think I've done most of the rest. So level emitters there, yep, and level emitters on them 2, yes, and on them 2, no. So I need to add level emitters to these as well, so it controls. That works perfect now with the squid put in there from the jailer's thing, and that of course is level emitted. It's under a facade there, and it's just keeping it at 8,128. So whenever I take any of them ink sacks out of the system to put into here, then I could actually do with doing some pretty soon. So let's do it. Have I got enough potatoes? I have. Right, I had an issue with potatoes. I'll explain in just a minute. 3. I'm not using them yet. I'm using the ones out of here because that is actually at its level. So that doesn't actually need any more. Don't know why I grabbed 2 lots. Should just grab 1. And of course, this crafting needs to be automated as well. I need to craft pumpkins. I need to craft full melons. I need to pulverize full melons into little bits of melon. Then I need to also craft those into melon seeds. I also need to craft 16 pumpkins into pumpkin seeds each time. So it's not that needs to automate as well. Is that everything? Apart from these guys that are not even in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. So there's 9 things. I'm not actually using bone meal at the minute. I'm just doing it all off the farms. So if I can actually keep up and not need the fat and not need the bone meal, then I suppose I could use bone meal for something else. But I'm actually getting 9 products here. 1 off the tree farm, 1 off the ink farm, and 7 from the farms. So yeah, so that's what we're going to get on with. First of all though, that's pig cooker, that's my auto smelt one. I've not remade iron pick yet, which I lost. I've made an axe of the stream, I made a shovel there, neither of them have been enchanted yet, so let's see if I get lucky. Again, I can't see me getting lucky before. Remember before I got efficiency 4 and repair 2, and this time I've got efficiency 4 and breaking 3. See, it's alright, it's going to last a while, but it's not going to last forever. So I am not going to put my Silk Touch book on that. I have got another Silk Touch book somewhere, I believe. Was that a lie? If I use them both? I was planning on using it actually on a set of shears. I think I may have done. I think I may have wasted it on a set of shears because I didn't think I'd ever need it again. So I can get cobwebs. Can you believe that? Oh, I have as well, look, yeah. So I ain't got silk touch anymore. So that really nice axle of the stream is gone. The weird... I'll show you what happened in the water actually. That's something else I should mention as well. Shovel the earth mover can stay in my bag until I've got an enchant on it, see if I get repair on that. Actually, it doesn't matter. If I get repair, it'll repair itself, won't it? And if it don't get repair, I might as well just use it. I'm going to make another pick off camera, of course. And I'm back to my longsword. I've just been killing some endermen to get the... And I needed some ender pearls to make the thaumium ingots. And longsword works better against endermen than the rapier does at the minute. The rapier can still have 2 more modifiers, where the longsword can only have 1, so that might be different. Longsword does a little bit more damage, so it kills endermen a little bit quicker. When they teleport about, it's a bit better. What did I come back in here for? Shit, mine's gone blank. I was going to go show you what happened. So, after that stupid death, I thought screw it, and I've put everything into these now. So, I spent some time. So on the boots there, I've got energy shield, elite battery, and shock absorber, so no fall damage. The best battery and the best armor there. The legs now, energy shield, sprint assist, jump assist, swim boost I added. And I've got the kinetic generator there. So swim boost, if I turn that on, then I swim fast. Chest plate, energy shield, parachute glider, jetpack, cooling system and a water tank. So if you look on the right hand side of my screen, it stays up at 5 mil from the kinetic generator. The heat hardly ever goes up because of the cooling system. Plus I've got 1k of cooling in the little bar below that from the water tank. So if things do go pear-shaped, I've got cooling there as well. So I should be fine when it comes to heat. And then in the helmet, water electrolyzer so I can breathe underwater as if. Night vision, flight control and the orometer. So if I press F now, that puts my jetpack on, so I've got pretty much freeform flight. And this is a bit weird to get used to. Once you get used to it, it's fine. You can still press space to go up, but to come down you actually look where you want to go. So shift takes you up still. Sorry, not shift. Space takes you up still. But to come down, you need to face down and then come down. Or just press F and turn it off. Because you've got shock absorber, you take no damage. So my armor now is all singing, all dancing really. I've pretty much got everything you could have in there. I ain't got exactly everything, but I've got pretty much. So yeah, my issue, I think I explained it yesterday's episode. If you look at my quarry, you can still see my latest death there. Now I've set these up. You press K in this, you get these buttons. You can set things up. So I've got my flight control, my jetpack on F. I've got my night vision and my water breathing on N, and I've got my cooling system and kinetic generator on I. So I won't want to. I don't know why I've got both of them on I. So I won't want to turn the cooling system off. And the genetic, I should be fine with the extra cooling from the water tank. So they're on. If I press night vision's on, and my water electrolyzer's on now. So now I can actually breathe underwater, and I can see underwater. So what I did was, because I wanted to actually see underwater yesterday, that actually don't work very nice, does it? Because I wanted to come and mine some diamonds, before using this I had my Farmcraft goggles, which of course had respiration 3, so I could stay underwater for ages. So I was used to being underwater for ages, and I kind of got down. This was down at like 11. I'm at the low one or the high one. It's over there, isn't it? So it's down at 11. So I was swimming down. I was maybe down to about 20 before I realised that I was taking damage. And I suppose I should have carried on going down, just manned into the floor, and then used a torch. What you can do if you're underwater, by the way, if you just pop a torch against the wall, you get a little bubble of air. The torch pops back off, but it gives you a bubble of air. I should have done that, but I tried swimming for the surface, and because of course I didn't have no swim assist, I swam really slow and died. And I got most of my stuff back, but not all of it, which is a surprise, because I thought my coin of fortune would have got it all. But by the time I swam down there, I got the goggles back on, with the respiration. Swam down there in the dark. As soon as I got the coin of fortune, I thought I'd got everything, but I didn't manage to get quite everything, and yeah, I lost some shit. And I was really pissed. I was really pissed off with it. Right, I want to see how much quartz I've got left. I'm going to start making some of the bits off camera I'm going to need. Oh, this was getting out of hand. The chest here was really full. And my chest in the other place are really full. At the minute I'm using all my quartz on upgrading that farm system. So I can't really start making an ME system for my resources yet. So I want to get that farm fully automated first. Probably, I may be doing it the wrong way around, to be honest. But so what I've done, I just made a stack of barrels, just for now, just to put stuff in barrels so I can keep this running without fear of it overflowing so much. So obviously nothing's getting automated, no processing's automated yet, that's all to come. So just for now, I made a stack of barrels. I mean, I've got wood, I've got as much wood as I ever could want, really, haven't I? So I made a stack of barrels just to put shit in. Like, coal has been an issue. I've got like nearly a barrel full of coal already there. So, right, what I need then is, what I'm going to make is a couple of storage buses for a start. I'm going to want more cabling. I'm going to see if I've got enough quartz. I think I might have to make a little auto crafting system. So I'll be back in a bit when I've got some shit sorted. Okay then, here we are. And Jim's being cruel to cows. I've got most of the stuff I need, which is pretty good. I'm quite happy. First thing I've got was plenty of quartz collected from the farm to make the smallest ME crafting setup possible, which is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it behind the wall here. So let's quickly do that. So that won't take long at all. Oh shit. Oh, I've got to shovel the earth mover, haven't I? Of course. Shovel the earth mover does 3x3. If you press shift, it suppresses it. So holding shift there, it'll just do one at a time. But if I was to let go of shift, it'd dig all these out in one go. So if I do face it there, for example, see it's done 3x3 that way. Which is pretty good. Once it's got repair on it, and with efficiency, it can get pretty scary, to be honest. So I've got my power soak recipes actually turned off in the config. The IC2 variant turned off in the config. On the server, they're actually enabled, so I could still use the IC2 recipes, but I made mine using the thermal expansion one, so I just disabled it so not to confuse myself. So what you need for auto crafting is you need to make a cube with at least one ME crafting CPU. They can be bigger and they can have more crafting CPUs, and they can have more something else that speeds them up. What's one that speeds them up? Oh come on! Don't make this last stages. What's it called? Oops. No, crafting CPU speeds it up. It's a pattern provider that I need, isn't it? Oh, I read the wrong thing. It's alright though, can we make another one? Crafting CPU speed it up. The thing you do need at least one of is a pattern provider. So I made the wrong thing there. I'll just keep that crafting CPU for when I make my proper my main ME network for the main system there. What you need is everything else, just to make the cube, is everything that's on an edge. You need these containment wall bits, like so, and I'll put one where I'm stood, and then anything that's in between the containment walls, that's not the middle part, you need heat vents. So stank some heat vents in there, top, bottom, and then put our assembly thing in there, and then all we need to do now is put our pattern provider in the middle, and then close that off, and then we've got a little crafting thing set up, easy as that. And what that can do is, as I mentioned earlier, is craft them other bits. So what do we need for this then? Pattern provider. We need one of them. Conversion matrix. We have to make a couple of them. Let's have a look. No, I've got a couple of them as well. Good. A couple of them. Let's sort my inventory out a bit. That's going to be easier said than done, isn't it? Let's jump over here. I don't know if I showed you the castle, by the way. I was messing around with it yesterday before I did the video. I've started doing some ramparts. I don't know if I like the crosses. I'm not a religious person, and I thought the crosses might look alright. I might actually do like maybe a creeper face or something instead. That's quarried stone bricks, and that's just glowstone blocks, of course. I wanted to kind of get a bit of colour and bit of definition into the tower there. That's I didn't make that myself. That's a little pattern I saw on a video, so I thought I'd copy it. And the lower bit down here. Get away. I've actually run out of iron bars there. Oh, I've got loads of iron bars on me. I can put some in. Oops, not like that, cat. How easy one becomes. Oh, for fuck's sake. Press F, dickhead. Jumping up and down like I ain't got flight. Problem with that is it's really slow breaking stuff when you're flying. One thing the Vajra does is the Vajra, even when you're flying, it gives you full speed. So just like fake windows there, just to give it a bit of, again, bit of depth in the actual build. I mean, bit of rather than just flat stuff. It still looks a bit bland, but I see what it looks like when these have got big towers in. Might look shit, but you know, I can always change it again, can't I? Anyway, that's enough of a sidetrack. Let's go down here. This is a bit weird as well with the step assist. I can't actually get in there unless I go into that corner bit, which is a bit weird. So I've got to step into the corner to get into the room. Bit of a pain in the tits. Don't mind telling you. That can go in there for now. I'll sort that off camera in a bit. Just keep that a little bit tidier. Right. So what we need two of them, one of them. Get away, you lot. Pattern provider, crafting table and 4 iron. And a bit of wood then. Quickest place to get a bit of screw. I'll go down here. I have to wait for this. Oh, everything goes wrong all the time, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Quick crafting bench. Makes sense that it needs a crafting bench, of course, with it being a crafting. Oh, I need a storage cell. You can see that. Storage cell again, pretty easy, but I've got no space. Okay, let's chuck all this shit up here for now. God damn it. Storage cell needs 4 of them. I need 1 of them, and I need 4 redstone. So I would have had to come back here anyway. Oh, to the barrel room. Would have waited also. Get rid of all that shit. 4. 1 of them. 1 of them gets us storage cell. So now we can put this together. And what else was it? Oh yeah, of course, crafting bench. There we go, pattern provider. So now we can set things to auto craft, and I still haven't made everything, and I'm going to need a pattern encoder and some blank patterns, of course. So that goes there. We can put our last bit of the wall in. Where is it? Heat vent, there we go. And possibly should have put this somewhere around. I can get to it from there. That's fine, I can get to it from there. So what we can set now is we can create, I don't think I actually need any crafting patterns in there, because I can set them on the buses. So what we're going to do then is, I guess first off I should put this pulverizer down somewhere, and the pulverizer can go anywhere really. It just needs to be on the power, and good place for it actually might be down here. Let's break some of these. This is just going to be a dedicated pulverizer just for this purpose. So what we can do is pulverizer there. That's got power now. And then we can switch this. So what we want is a precision export bus is what we're going to need here, because we're going to want it to auto craft. So that's the next thing we need to make then. Precision export bus is that one, and that's the one with no sticky thing, of course it is. Export bus pushes things out, sticky piston one is the import bus which pulls things in. Makes sense, doesn't it? There. And then back into our, oops, wrong bag, back into that bag. One of them. Is it one of them? No, what have I done wrong? What? Oh, of course, it's not one of them at all, is it? It's one of them. There we go. Basic export bus, and then no, not a diamond, a gold one. Precision export bus. There we go. So if I break that, just damage the network for a second. Precision export bus connects it back up. So now things that were level emitted, that would have broke the connection there for a second, but not to worry. We can put our facade back on, keep things tidy. So top wants to be, just disable that. Top wants to be an input, and right wants to be output. So in here we also want a basic import bus will do. Not have to be particularly quick. So that should do us. And what we're going to do with that is, of course, melon in blocks, like that bad boy, is no, it's not going to do that at all. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're now going to need a crafting pattern. So crafting pattern. So for a crafting pattern we need come on, where are you? That's not you. Where the hell is it? Pattern encoder, there we go. Another crafting table, conversion matrix and some iron. I'll just get a bit of wood over here. Easier, innit? We've got crafting pattern, ME matrix I believe it was. And iron, oops. No. Yes, pattern encoder. And again, this can go over there because this will be going where the main system is eventually, so shove that there. And then we need some blank patterns, of course. Encoded pattern, there's a blank one there, looks like it, there it is. Blank pattern, glowstone, set as quartz. Right, back to the base for some glowstone then. While waiting for that. Will 10 do for now? Might as well just make 10 for now, aren't I? Because I'll normally just make a stack of these, but there's no real need to make loads just at the minute. I'll make a quick 10 of them. Nice and easy. Jump back over there. So what we want to tell this is, hang on a minute. Always craft. Is this even going to work? I don't think it is. I don't think this is going to work. It's not in. Okay, I'm back in a bit. Yeah, just a little thing. This ain't going to work as I am planning it to. The precision export bus with always craft. Move single items craft. That's going to need to be on the actual what do you call it there, bioreactor, and it's going to want single items. It's going to want single melon seeds, or to craft melon seeds, or to craft actually what I want is I want to put melon in there all the time. So I'm actually, a normal bus would have done there. Should I just use a normal bus, or is it, it's not that much extra? Fuck it, I'll do it right. I'll do it right. So let's make a normal bus. And all we want it to do then is, with a normal bus, is just always send them melon into that pulverizer. I was kind of overcomplicating it. I'll use all my iron, you're kidding. There it is. So, basic export bus. Let's get that on there instead. In the basic export bus, we want melon. So that should always put them in there and turn them into melon, and put more melon into the system, which is, of course is full, so it'll be putting them into there, but it's just going to use them up. So whenever any of these come into the system, it's going to get used up. And then melon seeds are coming as extras from the bottom bit there. Look. So that's that bit. Messy, but as if I'm doing that wrong. So that, yeah, that don't need anything clever at all, really. Let's put that shit back. So that's then forgot about. All that'll do now then is whenever we get actual melon, full melons dropping out there, they'll get automatically brought down into seeds. This is of course a bit of an issue because we've got mouse so much of this shit at the minute. But next thing we're going to need is one of them, and we want one of them. And this is the only two crafting patterns we're going to need, as far as I can remember. One of them is one pumpkin makes 4 pumpkin seeds. So encode that. And the other one we want is one melon makes melon seeds. Encode that. There we go. That was a bit less painful than other stuff. Sling them both in there. So we can make seeds rather than having the things stored, which is good. So now when we actually connect up to these guys, which these are going to need 2 connections each because we're going to have 9 things going in and you can only get 8 things in a bus. So what we'll be doing with these is we're going underneath and onto the front. So we might as well set one of these up and go one lower there, just get that connected to that. And I'm going to need another bus anyway. I'm going to need another couple of buses. So let me also, I'm going to need some storage buses. So I make them at the same time. Storage bus, 3 of them. Okay, yeah, I've got enough of them left. 1, 2, 3. And they can go back in there. It's a bit too hot for me, you know. You might be able to tell I'm a bit. Whew, it's all a bit bloody hot in my room. 1, 2, 3. We actually want 4 of them. Yeah, want 4 of them. Do we want 4? Fuck it. We can have 4. And don't know what apples you see. I'm going to keep storage bus for the saplings and the wood, but apples, I don't know. Don't know if it's worth it. Right, let's look at this then. Break that block there. We've already got enemy interface there, so all we need to do with this is click that to that, and now this industrial fertilizer will be available to the network. Easy as that. Oops, did not mean to do that. I meant to grab one of them. Break that again. So we can cover that up, keep it all tidy. So now when we're looking at our terminal over here, we should have, we've got 19k industrial fertilizer, wonderful. And then, I guess we're doing this then. Well, we're going to want to connect to that, so we're going to have to run a line down here somewhere anyway. So where's it going to go? I'll do this off camera, I'll get some land sorted out, I'll be back and I'll show you where they go. Okay, I'm back, and I think I'm good to go. It's a little bit more convoluted than I first thought, so I'm glad I stopped and got my head around it all first. So, I've just run a line from that land there, just across here. That's the first one we needed to do. Then next, we want 1, 2, 3 more precision export buses. Precision export buses, of course, yeah, normal piston. 1, 2, 3, and I've just made some more of these interfaces because I was running low. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then of course them and them. It says 3 basics, and then of course we need low on them as well. Let's make some more of them gold things. They need to be precision, and the reason why they have to be precision is because we'll be putting more than one thing in. A basic one can only insert 1 item, and these of course are going to be inserting multiple types of item. So that's connected them. So each one of these has got two touch in it. Now the one down there is quite hard to get at, unfortunately. Can I even click on it? I think I'm clicking on the top one there. So I'm going to have to dig in here first to get that one set up, I think. So we can set that up with The one I'm going to set on the bottom is the one that doesn't need auto crafting, so I'm going to set that one up with all these things that can go straight in there. So this is going to be awkward, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. That'll need crafting. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Is that it? Yep, 7 sounds good. Sounds about right, doesn't it? Can I even get in there? Should have just maybe brought the cable first, shouldn't I? There we go, brought the cable instead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Move stacks. Always active. Now, has that got space in? It has. Okay, this should work then. We'll connect this back up. This should be fine. Should. So what should happen is, there we go. It's filling up. 7 of them things, as planned. We haven't actually got enough seeds in there, but that'll be all right soon because we're gonna have the fertilizer set up in a minute. So that should keep feeding fertilizer until these all hit their 8.128 limits. So that should be fine. Then we want the same 7 I mean, into this one. Has that got stuff in it? Yeah. So we'll make sure it's got stuff in it. So then, if it ain't got stuff in it, it'd start working inefficiently, wouldn't it? So that's the reason why I'm doing that. 5, 6, 7. Move stacks, 7 things. All good. And then these ones are going to be different ones. Oops, keep falling down that hole. I'll cover that all up in just a second. There we go. Let's get rid of that hole before I fall down it again and get pissy. Come on. It's not that deep, for God's sake. Yep. So then these ones we want a melon seed and a pumpkin seed. Oops. Oh, I haven't got any pumpkin seeds. Okay, let's craft a pumpkin seed. Begin. Sort of crafted some pumpkin seeds there. So these two on the front there then. For now they're going to want pumpkin seed, melon seed, and this wants to be move single items or craft. So what that should do is start putting them last ones in there, and that'll only go one at a time. That's fine. The rest can go only one at a time. Fine, to be honest. Once it's in, once it's fully stocked up, they'll only ever need to move one at a time anyway. So we could actually just have that to move single items, and that will be fine. That's no doubt in my mind that won't keep up. So there we go, and then that move single items craft pumpkin or seeds. So what that'll do is it'll use any items up. So that'll use these up first, for example, but once it runs out of these, it'll start using these. So as long as there's the item in there, it won't craft. If it needs item, it'll craft it. That's what we're going for there. So that works fine. So we can cover this bit up. That's all done with. I hope I'm not going too quick. I hope you guys are following this, because I'm kind of rushing it a little bit because I want to try and get it all in, you know. I've got different facades there for this bit as well, so we can keep it all looking super tidy. Right, before we do that though, this thing here is going to want. Now, I haven't got level limiters and everything yet, have I? So I'm going to want to do that, otherwise it's going to go crazy. But we're well under 8,000 on each of these things. The 4 things at this end are carrots, potatoes, which we're out of. I did have an issue with potatoes, and what had happened? That's got 64. That's got 64. So we're only just out of potatoes. Potatoes, that one. Yeah, what happened is I forgot to put the ME interface in there. So whenever it harvested potatoes, I got lost. So all the potatoes that I had, it kept feeding back in to make more. And then when I came on earlier, there was that was bare and there was no potatoes left. So I had to go get some potatoes and start again. That's got, it's only just got enough then. So yeah, that ain't got 8 so that's well off 8,124. Of course, seeds is one which we haven't got any of, and the fourth one there is netherwort, which we are pretty close to needing to level limit. So I'll have to get on with that as well. But that's okay for now. We can go a bit of it. So what we're going to want is a bit of fertilizer, and that can go in there. Basic export bus, and that'll start putting fertilizer in here, which will start getting used all the time. So now we've got a feed into there, and the other one we want fertilizer in, of course, is the tree farm. But before we actually wire that up, we want to set a level limiter on the tree farm as well, because we don't want to use too much fertilizer, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to maintain. Well, at the minute, the important thing to maintain is enough saplings. It's tricky this. But my only issue is I don't want to run it all the time because I don't want to run out of fertilizer. So I'm just going to limit something. So we'll limit it to saplings. And we'll say if we've got 10,000 saplings, stop growing trees. And if I start making if I start using the wood in another boiler, then I'll change that setting to wood instead. It's limited on the amount of wood. But for now, in fact, let's leave that for now. So that shouldn't turn on, and we'll see how long the fertilizer lasts. So the other thing we want here is a basic export bus on there. That'll connect everything up. We want fertilizer in there as well. So what that's going to do is start sending fertilizer into the trees, like so. So now our trees and our plants are all using fertilizer all the time, and that fertilizer is going to start going down pretty quick, I suspect. But we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to watch that until tomorrow, and if it does need a limit on there, I'll set a limit, and that's actually set to on, so I'll turn that off. There we go. So now we've got trees perma-spamming the fertilizer there. So I'll just keep spamming trees all the time as long as there's fertilizer, which maybe is a bad idea. We'll see. So I'm going to cut the camera. So I'm going to sort the level limiter out on there, which means moving all this stuff. So I'll get all that done. Get a level limiter put on there, and tidy the rest of this wiring up, because that's all it is a bit of covers to put on stuff. And that, I think, is everything fully automated apart from monitoring how much fertilizer we've got. So I'll be back in a little bit when it's all tied up and finished. Okay then, so here we are, and it's all level limited up and stuff. As you can see there, the melons level limiter's on because we've got more than 8,128. We've actually got, the only actual issue at the minute is melons. Everything's all tidy. I've tidied all the pipe work up. I think I'll cover that up as well. Yeah, I'll tidy that up a bit more while I'm here. So I'm just logged on. Jim's working away at his power suit. That should be pretty sorted pretty soon. So I could do, if I wanted to, is cover all these that are showing all over the place. I don't no real need to, of course, but if I wanted to, I could just tidy things up a bit more. Do all the ones around the edges of that you can see from upstairs and stuff, but there's no real need for that. So right, what we've got then is it's all working, and of course one thing you've got to consider is this is working and it's going to keep these at level, but if any of them do run out, this will still work. It just won't work as efficiently, and probably just any one of these farms could probably run a boiler with the fertilizer maybe. So even if we lose one or two of these, it's still going to be fine. Each one of these could run 2 boilers at temp, so in theory I could run 4 boilers off this. I'd have to add them each one. So each boiler takes quite a lot, and then it'll gradually work its way back. Apart from the 4th one would take a lot, and then it'd all be running dead level, so the tank would never get back to full again. But it wouldn't lose any either, as long as it kept going, and that's the key. So I think I'd maybe run 3 boilers off it, but not 4. So what I think I can do is as you can see, what I've got here is I've got all my blocks here, so I can actually put this boiler together. I'm not going to complete it now, I'm going to put most of them together, but there we go. It's just another 72 steel to get that together. And I'll just put the last one there for now. So we've got another boiler to go, so as soon as I start getting more power needs, I've got another boiler to go. I'll get another energy bridge and stuff set up offline, and a couple more cells. Right, the only issue I've got at the minute, that can go. I put a bit of bone meal in there, not that we're using any. When I eventually get with a skeleton spawner, I'll have to use a bone somewhere, so I suppose I could add them to this. Not that they're needed, but I could always add it so that the ones that auto craft the melon seeds could also craft bone meal, so if anything ran out, that'd work. I'll just throw a bit in there now as a bit of a backup if we need it. The fertilizer is going down quite quick. That is trying to catch up. The only things we've got full at the minute are, of course, ink sacks, and is that it? Ink sacks and melon seeds, and them. The nether wart's close to full, so that'll stop taking fertilizer soon. And then, as these stop taking fertilizer, they'll just sit with the harvester turned off when they get full. So the fertilizer will get used less. So it'll just keep getting used on the one that needs it, until we're eventually at a stock of 8,128 and everything. Now, what we are a little bit low at the minute is seeds. We've got 64 in each. We've only got 26 in there, so it must put them in there before it puts them in there, which is could be an issue. That the priority is a bit lower for that. So it could in theory run out, but I think it's going to be fine. So I just need to keep half an eye on that fertilizer, make sure that don't run out. Pumpkin I had set wrong. I don't know if I did it on camera, so I just thought I'd let you know if you noticed. That's the pumpkin. I had a melon set in there. That should have been pumpkin. So that's heading up to 8,128 as well. At the minute I've got these. I have to keep these. I'm going to keep an eye on this because we've got that many melons because of these. That oh shit, didn't mean to do that. 8,128. So it's the melon's always full. So we've got another like 8,000. So the melon will actually be turned on for days. The melon will last for a real long time. So I'll gradually wet them back into there. So that is everything sorted. So all we should have in here once it's done is a couple of pumpkin seeds, maybe a couple of melon seeds, and a bit of bone meal. These melons should all get used up as they are, and these will gradually get used up, so that the only melons are actually in the what do you call it there, in the storage bus. So that is a fully contained system. I should be able to go away. I left that bit not ME network, by the way. I could have set it up to ME network. I just put the storage buses on there. I might do that at some time. I don't know. I'm quite happy with it beyond there, and I did turn that off, by the way. I set the level limiter to 10,000 saplings. So if it goes below 10,000 saplings, then that'll turn back on. If we start running a boiler off the wood by producing it into planks, I could probably run 2 or 3 boilers, to be honest. Then I'd change the level limiter to run off the wood. But at the minute, we've got no need for the wood, and we've got 10,000 logs, so that's just turned off for now. I think I'm fairly confident I could maybe leave this for a week and it'll be fine. Well, I could leave this indefinitely. It'll be fine. So I'm going to stop babbling and I'm going to wrap up the episode. It was a bit stressful getting all that done. Well, not stressful, it's still a game in it after all. But I wanted to get it all sorted. But now we've got... That's just my stuff that I can move. I can actually leave this, ignore it forever. So as long as the server's up, I shouldn't ever have to touch this again. I will be expanding the cow. At the minute we're just getting fertiliser off these cows who are sat here doing nothing. At some point I will be setting up a cow farm to get mob essence and stuff like that, and I'll probably expand the amount of animals we've got, and the amount of the amount of fertiliser we'll get should go up because there'll be more mobs on them. I'll have pigs and cows and sheep and you know what I mean, all kind of stuff. So that should start upping the fertiliser we get as well. Other than that, just a case of adding more boilers. And I've got potential, literally potential, to have seven or 8 boilers from this setup, probably. I could have 4 from that, but it's a bit risky. And I think I could have at least 3 from there. So there's 7. Let's say 6 safely, I reckon. So yeah, 6 boilers worth of produce there. Right, I'm babbling again. I'm going to wrap up there. As always, thank you very much for watching. And I'm going to go take it easy. I'm going to have a beer, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.